I was establishing myself like financially through manifestation and law of attraction, more witchcraft. I was doing yoga every day. Like I had a routine set. I knew all my crystals inside out and backwards. I was getting into making crystal jewelry for people. Like I was doing all these things, pulling cards. I thought I
Mm.
was so spiritually in tune and in touch, and other people thought I was cool for that. But I was still sad. Like at the end of the day, like when I put my head on the pillow at night, I was not well, which
Mm.
is a huge reason that I needed the marijuana to even go to sleep to begin with.
Man.
A total numbing agent because I just wasn't okay. I would be okay until I wasn't. It was always, I say this all the time. It's like my tagline for the healing in New Age that I experienced. It was all band-aids on gunshot wounds every single time and
Whoa.
every single day. And it was always just enough to keep my head above water. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I was really addicted to these practices because they're spiritual narcotics. And I would notice it, if I had missed my yoga flow in the morning for whatever reason, I woke up too late, whatever the case may be. I was not well during the day. Like I was noticeably anxious and frustrated and angry and short fused. And I would always say, like, to my mom or to my partner, to my friend, like, I missed my flow this morning. Like, that's why. And that's not healthy. Like, who are you without that thing? And if the answer is unwell, like, that's not a good thing to have because then it's a vice, then it's an idol, then it's an addiction. And that's
Yeah.
what people think. You can't get addicted to things like yoga or crystal healing, but you absolutely can. So that's where I was at. And of course, I didn't know it either, but I was infested with demons. So, it's twofold because I wasn't giving that indulgence to my flesh where I needed like the endorphins and the dopamine from yoga, but I also wasn't, giving the demons what they needed that day, which was worship, which was time with them using my crystals or clearing my chakras or
Whoa.
meditating or
That's
whatever. So,
sus. Oh,
right.
geez. Oh,
Right. I know it's when you really break this stuff down, you see how horrific it really is. Like it's scary and it's really heartbreaking because my story then is the story of so many people like right now as we're having this conversation. Like there's some girl out there doing yoga right now and there's someone else that's getting a Reiki massage right now. There's someone else that's using their crystals to try and talk to their spirit guides right now and if they don't have those things, then they're just going to fall apart. So I was constantly trying to keep my head above water with all this. And I say all that to say that it leads me to one night I'm up Googling, why am I so sad? Like, what's the meaning of my life? Why am I here? Those sorts of, really existential questions that really sad for like a 24-year-old to be asking. And it led me to this doctrine of what I call the starseed gospel. So if you laugh, I won't be offended because it's ridiculous when I say it out loud. The starseed gospel is that you have incarnated from another dimension. Like you've come in from the 9D, from one of the constellations, like the Pleiadian constellation, the Pleiadian galaxy, and you have incarnated as a human being to ascend the collective. So you're a 9D extraterrestrial, basically. Then you've come in as a human being to bring Mother Earth and her inhabitants into into a higher frequency, into a higher dimension, because Earth is just so stuck in 3D and it's kind of killing the whole vibe of the universe because it goes back to this whole like God is the universe. And so it's such a counterfeit because, like we're the body of Christ. And it's
right.
like if one cell is cancerous and infects the whole body, it's
Wow.
it's like that same story. It's like Earth was like the cancer cell infecting the universe. And so we had to all rush into planet Earth to help assist Gaia, which is the essence of Earth, like as a woman, is basically like the feminine god. So we had to all rush
Interesting.
in to save the Earth. Yeah, it's a counterfeit gospel. It's basically making you Jesus. Like you've come to save the world, is what it
Oh
says.
no. Oh
I
no.
know it's horrific, but you have to understand like how I can laugh about it now, but back then like this made sense to me.